The Xbox Series X. It is the most powerful machine on the planet as far as a gaming console is concerned. I know right now PS5 bros are saying, no, it's not. But it is. Anyways, both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, we learned today from TCL, it looks like, that we are getting a next iteration of both of those. We're getting the top tier, top of the line. Here it is coming down the pipe, 2023. That's right. A new Xbox Series X, an upgraded Xbox Series X in just over a year away, just under a year away, actually. Actually, it's probably a little over a year away if it comes next holiday season in 2023. Let's talk about that today. Do we need one, though? Do we need one? That's going to be the big question. Let's get into it right now. Like, subscribe. I'm X1 the Gamer. Here we go, everybody. Here's the news story from GamesRadar.com. PS5 Pro and new Xbox Series X consoles launching in 2023. According to Chinese tech giant, TCL claims both consoles will not launch next year. This is from Herian Crier. They say new PS5 Pro and Xbox Series X consoles will arrive next year in 2023, according to the electronics company. The news was first relayed earlier today via the tweet below, which we'll get into in a minute, which originates from a news conference at which TCL Technology presented a showcase. According to the company, we should expect to see revisions of both the PS5 and Xbox Series X arrive at some point next year in 2023 with native 8K. Native 8K! We're native 4K right now, and 120 hertz capabilities, and it's just going to smash 120 hertz. I think that's going to be the new standard. Absolutely. Why does it come from TCL? Because TCL makes television, so it makes sense. This is probably accurate. I don't imagine this is inaccurate. So let's take a look at the tweet from Tom Henderson. And he actually posted pictures here from the conference, and so you can see here on stage at the conference, we're going generation, and these are consoles. So in 2013, the Xbox One and PS4, 30 frames per second, 1080p. In 2017, the S and X PS4 Pro, the One S and X, and then the PS4 Pro, same thing, 1080 and ultra high definition, both at 30. Then in 2020, now here's where we get the Series X. So it's only going to be a 3-year iteration here on these life cycles. Very interesting. If it does drop in 2023, we've got 1440, 620, or ultra high definition at 6 or 120 on the output. But in 2023, they're claiming that we're getting 4K, native 4K at 120 hertz. Boom, baby. That's going to be huge. And you can see a zoom in right here on the 23-24 slide. That's huge. That's huge. Now, to be clear, this is not a new generation of Xbox. If you see it, that's why it says Gen 9.5. It's not a next generation. In fact, even the Series X, while we do call it a new generation, it's not really, because we didn't X out the last generation. Games are still available and launching on both Xbox One and the Series X and S. Now, I do think we may start to see that go off on the Xbox One, where games are not necessarily made for the Xbox One as we get into these other iterations. But Phil Spencer addressed this in the past and said there will no longer be generations. There's not generations of consoles in the same way that there was a generation from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, or from the Xbox to the Xbox 360. That's just not going to be a thing. He likened it to the phone industry. So you get updates yearly or every other year on your phone. The newest, greatest, latest tech is there. But all past phones, up to a point, are still supported with the software. And that's what we're going to get with Xbox. So it's not a new generation, it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade to the latest, greatest technology. It makes sense that the Series X and then your new Series X will drop in price. This will be the new top tier price, probably a medium price, and you'll still have your Series X and then your Series S. And look at those options right there. That's why I think this is good for gaming. I like this new iterative approach. I think it's absolutely time. It makes sense. The phone industry has paved the way with it, and it makes sense from a consumer standpoint. And so when the question comes up, because I thought of this question, what would someone, is it too soon? It feels awfully soon, right? I mean, as gamers, we're used to 7-year life cycles on these consoles with, a slim version or a different color that comes up. And that's not the case anymore. We're going to get true hardware upgrades here from here on out. And it looks like in about 3-year increments, if this is accurate. Is that too soon? Is it too iterative? And I don't think it is. And I think the reason that it's not is because it's just options. It's more options for gamers. It's more price points for gamers. And I think that's the name of the game going forward. Who has more options? Particularly, I mean, it is just part of Xbox's strategy. PS5 is doing as well, but it's particularly part of Xbox strategy to have as many price points and entry points for as many different players as possible, whether that's through cloud streaming, whether that is through Game Pass, or whether that is through different hardware options for players at different price points. Now, myself, I absolutely am going to buy this upgrade. Absolutely. And then my Series X that is now, that will probably become my living room console. This is my gaming console, living room console. And then my Series S, I'm keeping it as a travel console. How awesome is that? A standalone travel console, which is what the Series S is really good at, especially with those screens that you can buy that go on top of it. Whew, love it. Yeah, I think this is good. I think, first of all, I think we're getting into a new age. You can see gaming is driving the TV industry. That has been the case for a while now. They're pushing it forward. 4K is not going to necessarily be the standard. It's going to be 8K, and this thing is going to be able to crush 120. 120 is going to be the standard in every single game, which is going to be very interesting because for PC Master Race players, and I own a PC, I love PC gaming, but for a long time, they've always said, well, I can't play on a console. I need that 120 frame. And as the pitiful console player that I am, I would always look and be like, who cares, man? A game is a game. But now that we have those 60 frames and now that we have the ability to 120, there is a huge difference between 60 and 30. There's not as big of a difference, I don't think, between 120 and 60, but that 60-30 is huge. And some of you are yelling at your screen right now, like, what are you talking about? I've only played a few games at 120, okay? But I play every game now at 60. And so I have become that frame rate snob and will continue to become that snob as the consoles get better and better and more value for what you're getting there. It's more bang for your buck, baby. So 2023 or 2024, it's got to be 2023. They wouldn't put that /4. I bet you holiday 2023 is why that's there. We're getting the next generation console. I think it's good. I really do. I like this iterative approach. I think more options for gamers is always a good thing. I will be purchasing the upgrade. I know I'm a special subset in that this is what I do. I'm obsessed with it. But what do you think? Do you think it's too soon? Will you hold off on waiting? Here's the thing. There's no pressure to get this. That's what I like about these. With this iterative approach, there's no pressure. It's not like, oh, I need the latest and greatest. I'm missing out. You're not really. You're missing out on the capability to do more. But the Series X and the Series S, still solid, still can punch with their weight at 60 frames a second. You're just getting native 8K, which how many games will be able to do that even at the beginning? You're getting something that's just going to be able to breeze through these new capabilities. And so I like it. I like it. I know I've said this a million times. It sounds like I'm rambling now. I love it. I love the options. I love this new world that we're in gaming. It is fantastic. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you think this is too soon? Do you think it's stupid? Do you think they should wait? Do you think we should go back to like 5-7 years for this type of iteration? Or do you agree with me? Where am I wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget that like button. Subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We're covering all things Xbox every single day. Have fun. I'll see you on Xbox, baby. Till next video. Bye-bye.